Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. We got a couple inches of new snow. It's the day after Valentine's Day. It's Wednesday, hump day. We're almost through the week. We've got a lot to tell you about on the show today. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning. This is Vail Valley Live. My name is Meredith Kirkman. Sitting here in the hot seat, we have Trisha Swenson out in Vail Village, roaming around, seeing the views. We are in a winter storm advisory this morning, and let me tell you, when I was waking up, the wind was howling. It was almost louder than my alarm clock. So we're starting off things pretty windy. That was in the forecast overnight and early morning. It should slow down a little bit today, but we do have snow on the forecast. We had some snow yesterday, so we love seeing it. We had such a great month of snow in January, and hopefully we'll continue seeing that February, March as we get into the springtime. Everything really starts to pick up on President's Weekend for crowds, and then March seems to be busy the whole month with spring breakers all through the month. And then April, and then the season's ending. So we got to just relish in the last few months of the ski season, but conditions couldn't be greater. Let's take a look at those temperatures and snow totals for today. Thank you for the outlets at Silverthorne for sponsoring this weather segment to kick us off this morning. We're starting a little bit cold, a little breezy, single digits at the top of Vail and Beaver Creek. At the valley floor, it's more like 12, but it's not going to warm up much. It's going to be a high of 18 today, low of 4. And we are going to see some new snow, 3 inches in the last 24 hours. We're currently at 246 inches for the season. So things are going to stay cloudy all the way through the afternoon, and then by the afternoon, we're going to see snow start to head in. We have about a 40% chance of snow today. And looking ahead at the future forecast, tomorrow we'll start to see the sun back. A little bit mixed of cloudy skies, a high of about 20 tomorrow. So keeping it cool this week. Winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then sunny Friday to finish out our week. It's going to be a high of 36, so we'll bring things up, even maybe 38, maybe feeling like 40 with that sunlight. But it's going to stay in the lows for a -1 on Friday, and for the weekend, similar forecast. In the 30s, we have a high, low of 9, but we appreciate those low temperatures because it really conserves the snow on the mountain. It conserves the ice sculpture for the Winter Ice Fest, so we appreciate the cold weather. We just have to dress appropriately. And hey, you can visit the outlets at Silverthorne to make sure you are geared up for the season. Last 24 hours, we got 3 new inches both at Vail and Beaver Creek. And in the next 5 days, we can expect to see about 2 more inches of snow. And then, man, do we got a storm coming next week. 20 inches predicted in the next 6 to 10 days. So that big storm's going to roll in on Tuesday of next week, 9 inches. So people plan ahead. That is expecting to be a awesome powder day, and then another 5 to 6 inches on Thursday. So bring it on. We love to see it. I know there's a headline talking about how lodging is really looking great by the numbers because of the snow. Snow is some of the best marketing here in a mountain town for Vail and Beaver Creek, and that we've had. So let's bring things outside and see how it truly feels.
Hi Meredith. You know what? It
Hey.
I feel the breeze a little bit, and I heard that wind this morning too. My husband said it woke him up during the night. I when I woke up and I had my alarm going, that's when I heard it. The windows are kind of rattling. We knew that it was going to be windy overnight, which is kind of rare. Usually, it's kind of windy in the afternoons, kind of subsides by the evening. But yeah, just a little bit more of this little storm, kind of just its last little kicker before it's moving on out of here. And but we should see some sunshine. I'm seeing a little bit of blue sky trying to break through the clouds right now. But definitely bundle up today. I mean, the daytime high, up in the teens. So you're gonna want to make sure you dress for it. And then I think we will still have some breezy conditions for a while up on the hill. But driving in, yeah, it was a little sketchy around those roundabouts. I know they said traction law up on Battle Mountain Pass and Tennessee Pass, but not on Rail Pass. So you never know. So not much accumulation, but it's still a little bit slick out there on the roads today. But
It
what a
definitely
great
was,
day!
yeah. I had the same conditions driving in this morning, and when you do have the snowfall with that wind, that's when you want to be really careful. I experienced my first squall last year, and it was driving to be on air, and it was still dark driving through Dow Junction, and I couldn't even see where the canyon walls were. So when it's dark and it's blustering wind and the snow is here, like that is when you have to be most cautious. We even got the alerts on our phones, like squall coming, be careful, avoid the roads. I was almost nervous
I
this morning.
remember I remember that day, Meredith. Yes, it was a scary day to be driving. And you know what? With all the wind, there's going to be some drifted snow. And there might even be some areas where it's going to feel more like 6 inches or 4 inches or something because the wind has blown it in that direction. So it just kind of depends on where you are today. You might feel like you have a bit more snow. But you know what? I can't believe we're already halfway through the month. The 15th of February, a little bit over half because we only have 28 days in February. So, how was your Valentine's Day? I know you like to go all out.
I know. I am a sucker for Valentine's Day. My boyfriend and I always say Valentine's Day is every day, but I think Valentine's Day is the day to just go the extra mile because if we didn't have it, maybe you wouldn't ever buy your partner flowers. Who knows? So, I did get flowers and chocolates and a really nice card, and the card actually had a QR code that I scanned, and it was a whole slideshow of photos that was attached to the
Oh,
card that he made.
wow.
So I thought that was a cute little extra mile step. I hadn't seen that with a card before. And, I'm down in Edwards now. So we kept it in the neighborhood. We went to Craftsman, which has been newly renovated, and it was a great vibe. We got some sandwiches and fries and salad, and it was awesome. We got some dessert too, and then we watched a movie. We actually watched Aspen Extreme, which was
Extreme.
which was made back in the '90s. But we just took a trip over the weekend to Aspen it was the extended Valentine's trip, and we went to a concert at Belly Up. And then we skied Ajax, which I loved the mountain. It was a beautiful bluebird day. The conditions were great. So it was awesome to ski a new mountain, which was right there, the mountain right there in town. And then we watched Aspen Extreme, and it was honestly pretty hilarious.
That is a Ski Town classic. I mean, if you haven't seen that, you got to see that. You got to see a hot dog. You got to see all those ski movies. But yeah, that was pretty funny. Did they have some good one pieces?
Oh, the
It
ski
was the night.
fashion, it was so awesome. They were just no helmets, just skiing in their hats or baseball caps with their
Probably a
goggles,
headband.
headbands, some
Headband.
jeans. I mean, they rocked it, and they were just hitting those moguls like there was no tomorrow.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, good. I'm glad you got to see that
Mm.
classic. Sounds like a wonderful Valentine's Day, and that's a really neat card. If you can do the QR code and load photos up, and then surprise I'm sure they do it for birthday cards too and everything. I'll have to look for that. That could be kind of fun to check
Yeah,
out. And then
it was so
does
cute.
the QR code does that just kind of live on your phone so you can reminisce
Yeah, it was
later
it
on?
was it was a Hallmark card. So yeah, I can always go to it and see the photos. So that was cool. Look out for one of those cards in the store.
Okay, way to go, Hallmark. All right,
Yes.
perfect. Well, but we did. I don't know if does Leah have the photos?
I think she
Uh,
does. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So we got flower I got flowers too, and a little balloon. So we kind of started the day out with that. And you know what? I'm glad we're going to be home because sometimes we'll like leave town and then all those flowers, like you're like, I usually send them to a friend's house because I'm like, you gotta enjoy these flowers. And then we popped up to Grouse Mountain Grill and we sat in the lounge. We got, they had an oyster special. So we had oysters
Nice.
Rockefeller. They were so, so good. And then we got black cod and some salmon, some little fingerling potatoes. Such pretty presentation with that and everything. Little champagne, little wine, and then we actually, so we went and listened to Kathy Morrow, and she is playing at the grouse right now. And you could see just behind her the pictures of Tony Galizia.
Aw.
Tony G was there for, wow, since the early 90s. Since Aspen Extreme was in the movie theaters, I'm sure. But Tony passed away this past summer. And so we just kind of, we went there last year to see Tony on Valentine's Day. So we went just kind of in honor of Tony and to support Kathy, who plays there Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And we even did a little bit of dancing. We
Aw.
Kathy actually played at our engagement. Mike surprised me, and she was like in the house. I came home. I had no idea anyone was home, and I hear this music, and I'm like, "Oh my god! Like someone broke into our house." No, it was them. And then he got down on one knee, and Kathy
Aw.
played at last. So she played that for us last night, and then we got up and danced for another song. We requested some tunes. So we just, my husband and I were just mentioning how much we love when there's dinner music. Like it's just a different vibe. So a lot of times there's opera and there's late night, but if you want some music to enjoy while you're dining, that could be a good option for you. She plays, I think about 6 to 9 is when she plays on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays.
I'm living for this love story. How sweet that you can reminisce when he first proposed. You have a connection with the singer, and you are right. When there's some live dinner music, it is really special. Way more special than some TVs in the background, that's for sure.
Yeah, no sports on at that bar.
No, my gosh. Well, I love it. I love the romance, and you know what? It's never too late for romance. I think my boyfriend prefers to be more romantic on any other day, but I'm trying to convince him that Valentine's Day is special. But it is
Yeah.
now past. But you know what? I think February is the month of love, and we have a lot of people and a lot of businesses in the valley that still celebrate the love in the air all of February. And it's cool because President's Weekend's coming up too, so we'll start to see some more of that family vacation time. And then, like I was saying earlier, March, we see so much traffic, mostly due to spring breaks. So excited for that new energy. I feel like it's always a little bit quieter and a little bit more for the locals when the new year rolls around, but everything will start to pick up when we see the
Yeah.
springtime come around.
Well, things start to pick up, especially this next week and weekend with presidents coming up. Hey, but speaking of love stories and being inspired, okay, you know that we just had our Tell Us Your Love Story Valentine's Day contest
Yes.
in the paper in the Vail Daily yesterday, and we had three top winners. But then we had so many other wonderful stories. We put all those online. Like we have almost 30 stories online. Meredith, yours is one of them. Did you see?
I did see. I know I read it to my boyfriend last night, but it was kind of two stories in one because I started off saying any great love story begins with the prequel, and I mentioned my parents' love story because they met in Vail. And they met at the Vail bars, my mom's first night, and their dates all led to a proposal on Vail Mountain and wedding on Notch Mountain, which is over in Minturn area. And Helmet Fricker was the official band of their wedding. So just an epic love story. And then fast forward 30 years, I was always wondering, am I going to meet the one? And I did, had a spark of love with my boyfriend at the Vail bars too. So I kind of spun the story that way, and it was fun to just write about love. Writing about love is the best thing. So it was fun.
It definitely did. And yeah, so everyone, if you didn't get to read those stories, go to Vail Daily, go to the website. It's going to have the three top winners and their prizes, and then it's going to have all the other stories. And, we've been doing this contest for over probably a dozen years, and it's always so inspiring because you might think, like, oh, I'm never going to find anyone, da da da, like, who cares? No, no, you read some of these stories, and it just instills hope and stuff. So take a moment and read. Hey, and Meredith, even though Mike and I met at a Lindsey Vonn event for the very first time, we re-met at the Red Lion. So love can happen in a bar.
It can happen. Love can make it happen. We are still on the love kick. I love it. So, we'll be sharing a lot more about what you can love here in the Valley. We have so much more coming up. So, stay with us.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. We are showcasing healthy habits, and you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 feet. Mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
It's that time to see what made headlines in your Vail Daily for today, Wednesday, February 15th. And we have River Runs to Gold. Just an awesome photo. We have big news. Tommy Ford, who's on the left, hugs American teammate River Radamus after competing in Tuesday's mixed team parallel race at the World Championships. We have more about this in the sports and outdoors. But taking the big headline, what about Dobson? Vail Town Council wants to get serious about planning the town's civic hub, which starts with figuring out what to do with Dobson Ice Arena. This original Dobson Ice Arena was built back in 1979, and although it's seen a couple remodels, it's now facing some time to address. It's an emergency situation that needs to be addressed with making it still be available in a hub for 40 to 50 years. So the town is targeting for the remodel to be undergoing by spring 2024. So they're just trying to finalize what it's going to look like, finalize budget, which will be exciting because we love the Dobson Ice Arena and just to see where it could be reimagined. So read a little bit more about that on your local and region A2. And here it is. Great Snow is boosting lodging business. No matter the promotion or the on-mountain amenities, ski resorts ultimately depend on weather. January's weather produced in a big way. So you can read a little bit more about the lodging business by the numbers and facts on page A3. And Vail, a training ground for the Interski Congress, the national teams for the Professional Ski Instructors of America and the American Association of Snowboard Instructors on Golden Peak in Vail on Saturday. That's the photo right there. The teams trained at Vail ahead for the 2023 Interski Congress in Finland. Read a little bit more about this on page A4. And new rules for new homes in fire-prone areas. Fire chiefs fearing disaster from wildfires from where open space meets urban areas are joining lawmakers to push for a statewide board with power to define so-called wildland urban interfacing danger zones. So read a little bit more about this on page A15. And here it is, sports and outdoors. River Radamus leads the U.S. to team parallel slalom gold. River Radamus brought home his first global championship medal on Tuesday, leading the U.S. to a mixed team parallel slalom gold medal in 2023 FIS World Alpine Ski Championships in France. He said, "It's incredible to win my first medal. I haven't had the success I wanted to in the World Cup, but to have my first event as a team, it makes it even more special to me." So you can see there the photo right there, River Radamus on the left, joined with Nina O'Brien and Paula Molzan. They're in the finish line at France yesterday. So what a great way for Valentine's Day to feel the love in the air. You can read more about this on your sports and outdoors cover on page A25. Pick up your copy today, whether it's ads or real estate, horoscopes. It's got so much information locally, and if you're just here visiting to see what's going on for the calendar events and so much more. Free across the valley. All right, now let's take a look at those roads because they were a bit dicey coming in just from Edwards to Vail today. And we saw some fresh snow yesterday, and we had really windy conditions. So that wind easily blows snow onto the roads. So you can see the side roads are fully snowy, but there are, decently clear throughout the interstate, but on those turns and the shady spots on the roads, icy. So good time to slow down. We are in a winter storm advisory, so leave plenty of time for your commute. And do expect to see some heavy traffic as we get closer to the weekend coming from the Front Range into the high country, and that in reverse at the end of the weekend. So you can always visit the Colorado Department of Transportation to see these live cams, get the travel alerts, sign up in case we have a road closure over the passes, which is always to be expected here in the winter time. So take it easy on the roads today. But we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk comedy, the Vail Comedy Show. They have shows coming up, and we have Mark Masters on the line live to talk about the upcoming shows next couple days and early March. So let's bring him in.
Hey, how's it going?
Fantastic. Great to see you, Mark. How are you? I know you're probably excited. We have some new comedy shows, and these happen once a month, so we always look forward to it. I know I've seen your big sign right when I walk into the Vail Village, so we're all
isn't
about
that so
Vail comedy.
exciting?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Right when you walk through the covered bridge, there's a big banner that says Vail Comedy Show. The town of Vail has been a great supporter of the Vail Comedy Show, and it's just been a really fun thing for the community, for the locals, for the people traveling in. What we do is we fly in a comedian from New York, Los Angeles, somewhere like that, and they're the headliners, and we have support acts that fly in. On Thursday night, our support acts are from Sacramento, California. They're in town to work in Colorado Springs at a major comedy club, and they're comedy pals of mine, and they said, "Hey, we're coming into town, what should we do?" And I said, "Hey, we got a show that lines up with your travel, so come get on stage." That's going to be a lot of fun. We got 2 shows this week. We have a show tonight It is sold out. It's at Chasing Rabbits in Solaris Plaza. The headliner is Chris Voth. He's the regular touring comic with Ron White. If you're familiar with Ron White, he goes around the country and performs at theaters with Ron. And he's super funny, really good guy. He's a teacher, he's in education, and just hilarious. Like, so many jokes a minute. I really look up to Chris and as an incredible joke writer and great performer. And as you can see on the screen, he's been in Lost Comic Standing, NBC. He has a Dry Bar special. He's a super funny guy. And then he's headlining again tomorrow night on, as you can see on the screen, February 16th. That's at Bridge Street Bar. And there are still a few tickets left. I think we're going to get a story in the Vail Daily here, and that usually means that the tickets disappear. So if you're watching right now, go to vailcomedyshow.com and grab those tickets. And then we're back March 1st with Mary Mack at Chasing Rabbits in Solaris. And then we have shows again March 8th and 9th. March 8th is in Eagle, Colorado. Yep, down at Moe's Barbecue. They're a great partner. Delicious food. That's not the Lion's Head location. That's the one in Eagle. So all of you over in Eagle, come on out to that show. Adam's great. He's from New York City, flying in. And he'll be at Bridge Street Bar on March 9th. And then in April, there are no buttons there for it, but farther down the screen, you can see we have shows with Eddie Ift. He was one of our most popular comedians from last year. And he's coming back from Los Angeles. He'll be in town April 4th, 5th, and 6th. So that's Eagle, Chasing Rabbits, Bridge Street Bar, a trifecta of shows. You can see Sam Talent. Here's a little secret for the Vail Valley Live listeners. Sam Talent was just on the screen there. That was the show that, right there. That's Sam. He sold the most tickets of any comedian we've ever sold. Part of that was that room there is in Christiania, over by the Gondola 1. We had to move because of construction stuff. But he packed it out last October. Little secret, he's coming back this October. It's not written down anywhere, but we have confirmed him for this coming October. Very excited about that. And we have some other cool things going on in June. We have Jeffrey Asmus coming into town. That has not been published yet. He has 80,000 Instagram followers. So many comedians say he's one of the best working comedians today. So that's super exciting. He's a Minnesota guy, which will be neat. That kind of fits into the Vail ethos. And yeah, very excited.
Absolutely. I love that you guys take advantage of a lot of different venues around the town, even stretching to Eagle. And it just creates a different vibe. You know, every venue comes with an energy, and so the shows will follow that. We love, obviously, the shows here at Bridge Street. It really lends to that nightlife. You can grab a drink, sit down, enjoy it with your friends, have a laugh. Who doesn't love laughing? They got already the lights and the sound system set up, so this is kind of a pop-up shop. You can just go and write, you know, and it's ready for you. I'm curious on the vibe with Chasing Rabbits, because I know this is the new hottest club around Vail, and they host everything from DJs to bingo and movie nights. So What is the vibe like at Chasing Rabbits?
Yeah, so we're inside the Speakeasy. It's called Moon Rabbit, I believe. If you haven't been in the Speakeasy yet, I hear it can be hard to get into. Getting a ticket to Vail Comedy Show is a good way. Once again, the tickets for tonight's show are sold out, but March 1st, Mary Mack, who's hilarious, was just on the Tonight Show in December, will be there. It's really fun. The drinks are amazing. They're like smoking and bubbling and come in cauldrons and beautiful glass structures and like ice cubes that are imprinted with, I don't even know how they do it. It's like magic, the way they make the drinks. So that's really fun. It's a little bit more of an expensive experience. So there's some people who, Bridge Street Bar is one of my favorite comedy venues in the whole country. You could say it's got sticky floors and it's a little, it's got a dance club vibe. Some people are like, I want something a little more, I don't know, fancy, I guess would be the word. And that's what Chasing Rabbits delivers. The shows over there, that they come at a higher price point. And it's a big room, it's beautiful. It's a very pretty space. And we're still working out the logistics, the stage and lighting and sound stuff. This will be our second show tonight in that space, and we're going to do 4 total. We're going to do it again in March and again in April, and then who knows about past that. But it's fun over there if you can get a ticket. So the other thing to know is that ticket prices go up over time. We started doing this last year to kind of benefit locals because they're the most likely to buy the tickets ahead of time. It's the people who read about it in the paper the last week who end up paying the highest price. And in the case of the Chasing Rabbit shows, those shows have been selling out basically 2 weeks in advance. So the people who come into town for a week vacation, they generally can't even get those tickets. So keep an eye on discovervail.com. If you're a traveling tourist, or vailcomedyshow.com, we spread the word online. It's fun. We have people who actually look at vailcomedyshow.com to plan their ski vacations now, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome. Well, we really appreciate you finding the talent, finding the venues, and producing, this monthly entertainment for us. And we look forward to the full festival week later in the summer that really kicks off everything. But so cool that we have just a new way to entertain ourselves. We have a lot of opera music around here, so it's nice to switch it up and enjoy some comedy. So really just a comedy show for everyone, whether, like you said, you're looking for a little bit more of a high-end experience of Chasing Rabbits, or that underground comedy late night feel at Bridge Street. So take a look, remind viewers about the website and how you can purchase tickets.
Sure. So all the tickets are always available one click away from vailcomedyshow.com. That's the place to start looking at. And if you scroll down, you can see future events that are coming up if you want to plan vacations. Also, you mentioned the Vail Comedy Festival. That's Memorial Day weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, May 26, 27, 28. We have 4 amazing headliners who have already been announced from HBO, Showtime, Comedy Central, Late Night with Stephen Colbert, The Tonight Show. They're amazing. We're going to add 25 to 30 more comedians from around the country in March. And right now, you can get early bird passes at vailcomedyfestival.com. That's May 26, 27, 28. The cheapest passes are on sale right now, and those prices are about to go up. So vailcomedyfestival.com for the festival over Memorial Day weekend, which is a really fun time to visit Vail.
Absolutely.
It's a little less expensive on the hotel side, but you get all the beauty of Vail at the same time. And now you can laugh with comics from New York, LA, all over the place. We got an Atlanta comic this time, a Texas comic in the headlining row. So really excited.
Awesome.
Coming out Thursday, the Vail
Yes.
Comedy Show.
Well,
Hang out with Chris Paul.
if this didn't tell you to get those tickets, I mean, they're in demand. So take a look at the website, get some tickets ahead of time, because we all need a little bit of laughter. Thanks so much for coming on the show today again, Mark. We appreciate it. Good luck tonight's show, and we'll look forward to more comedy in the future. We're going to take a quick break, but stay with us. We have more Vail Valley Live coming at you.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors, and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
Love is in the air at the Atlas at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And we are going to wow you with some of the fabulous looks that we have to share with you today from J. Crew and Adidas. Let's take a look. Here's Rachel in J. Crew. I love her navy preppy blazer with striped lining, striped pink tee, amazing white jeans, white sneakers, and gorgeous pink ribbon earrings. With her savings card booklet, it'll be $197, saving $316. Here's Enza in J. Crew Kids with her denim jean jacket, her heart filigree tee, sweetheart leggings, heart necklace, and her white slip-on tennis shoes. Full outfit $101 with her savings card booklet. Wow, Liv, you look amazing in J. Crew sportswear line. From her fabulous striped button top, pink leggings, fleece jacket, pearlized headband, fingerless gloves, and her amazing tennis shoes with the pink and copper colors, all from the internet return. Her outfit $145 outlet, fabulous. Kate is in Adidas in her pink hoodie, pastel leggings, black tote, and her white and pink running shoes. Her whole outfit would come to $138. Okay, Rachel, you look fabulous in your amazing full-length bubble coat from Guess. You've got your fabulous hoodie with the faux fur, and look at those adorable pearl gold shades. purple outfit with the shades, $138. Here's Kate in Adidas with this black cropped jacket, $42. It's 40% off of their jackets. Here's Liv. She's in Guess in the most amazing puffer jacket with fleece detailing inside the hood. Love the black belt and the sunglasses. Jacket reduced to $65. And her shades are only $45 from $90. Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And just a reminder, be sure and pick up your savings card booklet at the outlets at Castle Rock in the food court at customer service and the outlets at Silverthorne at the Colorado Welcome Center. Love is in the air, and so are the discounts that you're going to find in the savings book. See you soon.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. If you're watching live, you can always chat in right now as we speak on YouTube or Facebook. Say hello, say what's up. I know we had one chatter earlier. We had Paulette, good morning from Atlanta, Georgia, Ty's mom. He was recently on the show a little bit earlier this week. So hi, thanks for tuning in. Let us know where you're watching from. If you have any questions, comments, we love chatting with you guys early this morning. It's just about 8 o'clock past the hour, but we're going to talk about some things that are happening up at Beaver Creek at the Vail Performing Arts Center and the Big Talents Challenge that's coming up. So let's bring Trisha back in so we can chat about this. Lots of exciting shows happening at the Vail. So let's kind of dive in. I know they had a really romantic evening for Valentine's Day in the May Gallery, which is upstairs, normally where some of the donors have some pre-receptions, really special place. But we have some stage or shows coming on the main stage show to talk about.
Yeah, so last night was kind of that intimate evening with the Eris Quartet in the May Gallery with some specialty chocolates, some fine wines, kind of an interesting, different way to spend Valentine's Day. But Parsons Dance is coming, and David Parsons is here. We're trying to get an interview with him. And, Meredith, you know so much about dance because you have been a dancer, professional dancer, went to school for it and everything. Tell us what you know about these guys. Normally, we hype up the dance in the summer, but now we're hyping it up in the winter.
Oh, absolutely. They're coming from the best spot in the world, New York City. I may be a little bit biased, but it's where some of the top artists are. So they're, in the groove with just some of the hottest art. And they really push the limits. They're really cool. On the website, there's a little video maybe we can pull up just so you can get an idea. Because dance really ranges, but everyone is so grounded in technique, which allows them to get really creative with their movement. But they've been able to really pick up a unique style. So you can kind of know, wow, this is Parsons Dance. They're contemporary yet modern. They have extreme athleticism, really great ensemble work. So this is going to be such a cool performance, and it's nice to see a performance at the Vail because you can really get intimate, see their expressions, the designs of the costumes, because sometimes, the amphitheater, you might be seeing some dance at the Vail Dance Festival, but you might be, back in the lawn enjoying some affordable tickets, but you just aren't, up close and personal. So this is so cool. Tickets are starting at $45 and they're, kind of going on tour right now, getting a break from the city over there in New York. So this is just going to be a really cool performance taking place tomorrow, 7 p.m.
Yeah, you know what? They'll take a break from the city, but they will have to deal with the altitude up here. And that's what's so amazing is people don't realize, these dancers make it look so effortless, yet it's so athletic what they are doing. So a lot of times they have oxygen behind the stage, they'll take a little hit of the oxygen, and then they'll come back out and perform some amazing things. But yes, very, very athletic, the moves that they do. So that should be really cool.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work. I think that's also something that people might not realize, but to prepare for a show like this, especially dance and ensemble work, it takes hours and days and weeks and months of rehearsal just for, that minute dance or the 2-hour performance. And I could say so too, I'm choreographing locally some 2 musicals at Battle Mountain. We're doing Mamma Mia. Over at Vail Christian, we're doing Big Fish, and we're spending, hours of working after school and the rehearsals, all just to make that stellar performance. So it's also nice to appreciate all the work that goes into a dance performance like this.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's kind of like, the notes in in a whole symphony. It's each note matters. Each piece of choreography matters.
Absolutely. And, we're talking about comedy. So if you are into comedy, there is an awesome comedian / music magician, 100%. Dragon. This is Piff the Magic Dragon, and he is so talented. Let me tell you, I had a chance to interview him. I'm not sure if we're going to totally show the interview on today's show, but he did a magic trick on the interview with me live. I was completely caught off guard, and I can attest he is completely a magician. I have no clue how he did it. If you want to get excited, you can kind of scroll down or look him up on the internet, because he made his big break on America's Got Talent, and that's a really good video to kind of watch and see his vibe. I mean, all the judges absolutely loved him, and the day that he got off America's Got Talent, he got a call from the Flamingos Hotel to have his own show. So he has a lot of experience in Vegas. He's just got such a cool, easygoing demeanor about him, and he's just got so much up his sleeve. So this is going to be taking place on the 19th. 2 shows, one at 4:30 for all ages, and then a little bit different flair for a 7 p.m., and that's going to be 18 plus. So that's going to be totally different, but he's bringing new jokes, new tricks exclusively for the show at the Villar. And he said that he was supposed to come, back before COVID, right during COVID was happening. So everything kind of got canceled at the Villar. They're bringing him back, and he's so excited to see the Valley for the first time. So this is going to be a awesome performance. Get your tickets, people.
Yeah, this should be super fun. And get tickets for this, because this is going to be a very busy weekend with the President's Weekend as well. I know there's 2 shows, but 535 seats sells out pretty darn quick.
It does. And something to also think ahead and plan ahead is the Talents Challenge. That's also taking place in Beaver Creek. And this is not going to be this weekend, but next weekend. And it's going to be really exciting because, you know what, this is challenging. This is it's all of the black and double black diamonds on Beaver Creek. So, yep, you're going to be skiing some moguls and some steeps. And this is going to be both on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday tends to fill up a little bit faster, so maybe plan ahead, get a reservation to ski Sunday, and then there's going to be a big party. There's also awesome community that you can vibe with. So this is going to be February 25th and 26th.
Oh, yeah. And Meredith, this is something that, maybe get out and practice a little bit. And according to the forecast, we could have some fresh snow kind of leading into that, making those bumps a little bit more forgiving. That's always a key. Boy, if the conditions could be a little softer on those moguls, that'll do you right. But 14 of the most difficult runs, and probably the steepest runs in Eagle County, will be part of this challenge on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, and you know what? I think it'd be great just to sign up on Sunday, just because, hey, a few less people. This is a benefit for SOS Outreach, so you're doing it for charity, so it should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. 26 26,000 vertical feet. Just so impressive. So you can have the bragging rights, but you got to do it first. And you know who did do it back in 2019 was our friends at the Vail Daily, Sean. I don't know if it was Sean who did this video, but it's the On the Hill segment.
Michael, I think Michael, is it Michael Freeberg or is it How to Ski the Moguls? I think that
No,
was Michael
it's an
Freeberg.
On the Hill back in 2019.
Oh, maybe it was Ross.
We'll have to see. We'll see. But it is our On the Hill segments. They still do these weekly. We love to share these videos. So let's see what 2019 looked like.
It is a beautiful day for the 16th Annual Talents Challenge. All right, guys, so I'm over here with Andy and Carter. What's up? It's about 9 a.m. We're looking at single-digit temperatures right now.
Yeah.
And starting off with our 14 runs to get 26K vertical feet.
Yes, sir.
How you guys feeling this morning?
Great.
So far, so good, man.
So far, so good. Is this your first run?
This is our third.
Third?
Yeah.
Are you guys conquering Larkspur to begin with?
Yeah.
Getting Larkspur done.
Awesome.
Where we going next?
After this, we're going to go to the Birds of Prey.
To Birds of Prey? Nice.
That's our pattern.
That's your pattern?
That's
and
our
then
pattern.
Finishing off with grouse?
We'll finish off with grouse. That's right.
Excellent.
Yeah, man.
Well, awesome, guys. I want to wish you well on your way.
Thanks,
Let's
Sean.
all go have some fun.
Rock on, tell us, Judge.
Let's go.
Awesome. Lots of bumpy terrain out here, which means this 26K vert will not be earned easily. My quads are feeling it, but you know what? Cannot beat this view. So now I'm here on the Grouse Mountain Lift, sitting next to Doug and Rachel, who are also participating in the challenge with us today. How are you guys feeling today?
Great.
Great. Is this your first run? Are you guys getting?
This is our third.
Third
one, yeah.
3 of 14.
3 of 14, yeah. Yeah, the goal is 7 by 11.
7 by 11?
7 by 11.
Okay, and what's your strategy as far as hitting the chairs? Are you going to do this one first? Then?
Yeah, the top gets skied out, a little bit icy just because it's a main chute there on grouse. So we like to get grouse out of the way first, then we go over and do the steep stuff, and then end up cruising over here.
Then cruising on over. Alright, now time to shoot it down, Goshawk. We are working our way over towards the cinch area so that we can finish our day on the Golden Eagle. With the Vail Daily. Thank you for watching On the Hill.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
Conditions started pretty windy this morning. We had wind blustering last night and into early morning. We are in a winter weather advisory. So we're going to expect to see some snow later this afternoon. We have about 40% chance of snow, and currently it's estimated to bring us a couple inches of accumulation. But cloudy skies throughout the day, and we are starting a little bit balmy. We have about 21 for the high today, and we're gonna stay in the 20s for tomorrow, but we're gonna have partly cloudy skies, a high around 20, winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. I heard the wind this morning, so it was really windy. It's about 15 to 20 miles per hour today, so just be cautious if you're skiing today about that. But Friday, it's going to be mainly sunny, about a high of 38. Maybe it'll even feel like 40 on the face, but keeping those lows cool. -1 for the low tomorrow. No new daytime snow for Friday, and through the weekend we'll have partly cloudy conditions in the morning, and then Saturday it'll give away to mainly sunny skies in the afternoon. Similar for Sunday, and then we have a storm rolling in early next week. We'll see about 60% chance already for snow on Monday, 1 to 3 inches of snow expected on Monday. Tuesday, we have occasional snow showers, about 1 to 3 inches, and Wednesday, 50% chance. So great to see that. And then in the next 6 to 10 days, so next week when we get into around Tuesday the 21st, we're going to see 9 new inches of snow with another 2 and then 5 to 6 inches on Thursday. So really great. And you know what? It's going to make the conditions awesome for the Talents Challenge next weekend. We just saw some great conditions back in 2019 for the Talents Challenge, just smoothing out those moguls. So we love to see it. 3 new inches in the last 24 hours. So pretty good news on the snow front. Keeping it cold, so make sure you dress appropriately. But thanks so much to the Grand Hyatt Vail for sponsoring our weather segment. That's where we're located, just west of Lion's Head. A dynamic campus here, whether it's about dining or activities, or just the views right here on Gore Creek. So get a chance to look up a Grand Hyatt. Maybe it's your hotel for your vacation. But speaking of vacation, we have some viewers that are here that watch the show and are enjoying their time in the mountains. We're going to bring them on, see what they're up to. I know Trisha is out there with them, so we'll send it out.
Oh, thanks so much, Meredith. I was just telling them that they can go out and ski today. I was giving them the forecast. But we have Jane and Tom, Dee Benedetto. Did I say it right? Dee Benedetto. Okay, and then we have Carl and Darcy Lohr. And I met Tom and Jane last year when my sister was in town and her husband. We were all at the King's Club, and we started sharing all the things we loved about the Vail Valley. And then Tom and I realized that I had chatted with him something about, our crawl on the bottom of the screen with all the groomers. And he's like, oh, you're on that show? We watched that show. And so we became friends last year. Well, I had a little coffee chat with them here at the Lion Square Lodge. You guys are slopeside, but you rent this place every single year, right?
Yeah, for 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah. And then we rotate our friends through. And this week, Carl and Darcy have come through, and I've known Carl forever.
Yeah.
So 42 years. And we kind of went on different paths for a while. And Carl was working out here one year, and we happened to hook up. And you know, in the last few years, they've been coming out and staying with us. And
Okay.
having a good old time.
It's good to be friends with Tom and Jane because you get to come slip side. All right, have you guys been to Vail before?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And how about you?
I came here out in like the early 80s. So I had a friend that his family had a house here. And so that was the first time and I fell in love with it. The mountain is just so big and so fun.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you can never hardly ski the same run twice and everything, and just so nice to get out there. But then, of course, you got to take them to some of your favorite places.
Absolutely.
Where have you gone so far?
Well, last night we spent Valentine's Day at the Left Bank.
Oh,
And it
nice.
was a great meal.
Oh, that's beautiful. With Chef Jean-Michel Chalan. Did he come out to say hi to the group at all?
No.
Or was he probably too busy back in the
It was
kitchen?
they were busy.
Busy. Oh, busy night. That place has been around for over 50 years.
Yeah.
That is just a gem here in the Rockies. Where else? How else?
Well, I have to mention Chop House. It's still my favorite. And I have to mention Sean, who is a bartender, who more than one time has walked me home to this condo.
Thank you, Sean. Well, you're so close. Literally, it's a stone's throw away. We've got the tavern next door and then the Chop House, both in the Arabelle. So Lion Square Lodge is a cool place to be when you're here. Now, you guys are from the Seattle area?
Right.
Have you been skiing up in the Northwest this year?
I went once at Stevens Pass.
Okay, yes. Is that on the Epic Pass?
It is. It is. That's why we have epic locals. So
Yeah.
I went with my daughter a couple weeks ago. It was good until the fog came in, which is a problem you don't have here much. But in the Northwest, the fog will come in and it can compromise skiing conditions a little bit.
It
It was still
definitely
a good day.
can. Okay, perfect. And you know what? I think we're at 246 inches already this season on Vail Mountain. I think last year we had 240 the whole year. I mean, are you noticing a difference out there?
Huge difference. I mean, there's no bare spots. I mean, it's really, really nice. It's been great skiing.
Okay,
It was
perfect.
wonderful here.
Perfect. Oh, I got to ask you about the dancing. Have you been out dancing
We went
yet?
to Route 6.
We
Okay.
did 6 last Sunday.
That's Sunday. Route 6 on Sundays. They have the Vail Valley Band, and you can do a lot of dancing. These guys actually are in real dance competitions.
Yes.
What's your favorite foxtrot or two-step? What's your favorite? What are you guys really good at?
Well, my favorite is waltz, but I don't know if I'm good at it. But
That's your favorite. How about for you?
Rumba. But we compete twice a year. So as soon as we get back from Vail, we get into a practice routine of about 5 or 6 hours a week.
Oh,
getting ready for our competition in Long Beach,
Okay.
California.
Long Beach, California. Wow. So you fly to these competitions?
Yeah.
That's super cool. All right. Well, last year you sent me the video. So please send the video to us again. We'd love to see it. Did they take you guys out dancing?
Oh no.
They're like, oh no, we'll just save our legs for skiing. All right. Well, yeah, your legs must be in good shape, you know, after 6 weeks of skiing.
That's great. No, I mean, good exercise. I mean, the ballroom dancing will get you ready for skiing for sure.
Okay,
but vice versa.
And vice versa.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I love it. Okay, well, I know you guys got to get going. You got to, get up on the hill. Lifts are spinning pretty much right now here in Lion's Head. But thank you so much again for letting us stop by, and great to meet you guys.
Good to meet you.
So much fun while you're
Absolutely.
here, okay? All right, back to you in the studio, Meredith.
Awesome. We love to see people enjoying their time in Vail, especially for an extended amount of time, like 6 weeks. Enjoy the time, party hard. That's what we do here in Vail, but you got to ski hard too. You got to earn it. Thank you for joining us with Vail Valley Live. Awesome information. We have more coming at you tomorrow for Thursday as we get ready for the weekend. Lots coming up on the weekend. So tune in tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a great day.